Welcome to another episode of the Lights Everywhere podcast, where we showcase individuals just like you and I that are learning how to live their God-given purpose in their everyday life. Today, we continue to hear Ruby's story. Ruby has been taking us along in her journey of discovery of purpose, and today I'd like you to talk about those things that you're involved in right now. What are you doing? You're such a multi-talented woman. You are. You sing.
Yes, I do.
You're passionate about kids.
Yes, I am.
You run the weekly children's outreach here at the Citylight Church.
Yeah.
And then you have PRUnity or PRUnity, where you're beginning to have events where you bring in kids to talk about their different experiences, and also bring in parents and sometimes single fathers and single mothers to talk about their experience and hopefully in an attempt to bridge the gap and also minister God's word to them.
Indeed.
That's. You have such a full plate. How are you handling all these?
The grace of God, I would start and say that. It's with the grace of God that all this is even made possible. So with that, like you mentioned, I am currently the director of a program. It's a new program actually at the detention center with the youth. And we run 2 weekly programs twice a week. With the young kids at the Juvenile Detention Center. So I direct that program, which is an exciting program. I have a great team that really does such a fine job with the young men and the young women who are locked up at this moment in time. And also, in addition to that, I work with Safer Foundation currently with kids on probation and parole, and I teach GED. So education is a big component of my life. I love to educate. And then, but I will be transitioning. I have received a new job, a new opportunity, an advancement.
Congrats.
Thank you. So an advancement, and I'll be the site director for a new program called 21st Century, where I'll be running after-school programs with Stagg Elementary. So that's exciting in itself because it ties in with the church and Citylight's purpose of reaching out and connecting with different schools.
And can I just say something? Because I know when you started at the jail, you weren't, site director or something.
Nothing.
You just came in, and in fact, you had some challenges.
Lots of challenges
through that. But staying in that place of faithfulness, in that place of calling, and just taking wisdom from God in handling all those challenges, God promoted you.
Yes, and that's
awesome.
And I love the fact that you even brought that up because many times I wanted to quit with Safer, like you said, challenges from just different managers who really enforce their rules, and there was things that I felt God wanted me to do, and I really wanted to do those things at that moment in the jail. But I believe that God also was just like, be patient. I have something for you. Continue to strive. Because there was many times I'm like, I quit. I'm done. I can't do this no more. But God was like, hold on. And I think, first of all, I thank my pastor, Pastor Lane. I always run to him and I'm like, Pastor Lane, this is what's going on. And he, is very encouraging with the word, and being a member of a church is so important because that's where you get your strength from too. From all the believers, I'm joining with you in prayer, joining with you in faith. So if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't know what I would do. So I thank God for finding a church such as the church I attend, and for being able to just get my strength and my encouragement from everyone else. And God really put my feet and planted me somewhere so that he can uproot me and then put me where he wants to put me. So I just, he's just been so good. I can't say, all that I want to say, but God's been good.
And then you have some values that hold all this together. Those foundational things that just keep everything in perspective. What's the foundation of Ruby? What are those values that keep driving you and keeps you in line with your God-given purpose?
These values once again came out of Leading Lights. So if it wasn't for attending Leading Lights, I wouldn't have been able to really combine it and know these are my values. So what I did is, I'm very creative in a sense. I love to come up with different things.
Yeah.
So I came up with something, my value list, it says Onyechi. So Onyechi means, gift of God. So I decided to kind of, my values is around family. It's around youth. It's around integrity. And also being able to be helpful, be of service.
I actually have those values.
Yes.
And I'll just read it to our audience here.
Okay.
Says Ruby's Onyechi acronym of her values: offspring, networking, youth, integrity, nutrition, yourself, knowing yourself,
knowing myself,
education, which is such a big part of you, being Christ-like, which is the foundation of everything.
Yes, indeed.
Helping others, which is counseling, teaching, and service, and inspiration and creativity, which that's what you represent.
That's what I represent. My music is important to me too. That's my inspiration as well. Gospel music, singing. I loved it ever since I was 16. I think I fell in love with singing at a very young age, but I started really pursuing it when I was 16 and started Glorious Harmony. So I'm continuing to do Glorious Harmony things here at our church. So music is a big part of my life as well.
That's awesome. We need those values to keep us in line.
Indeed.
And these are great values. So don't go away. Stay tuned, because Ruby is going to be sharing a song with us. She's going to be singing, using the beautiful voice that God has given her to bless us.
Thank you.
So
stay tuned.
Until the next episode, keep shining.